and all. My name is Hamad, and it's my very great pleasure to welcome you here to the shores of Abu Dhabi. There are so many stories to tell about the amazing creatures that live in the deeps. As soon as you venture beyond your familiar beach, you...
I'm so sorry.
Careful.
Are you right?
I'm fine. That must have been a very urgent message you had to send.
No, it was just a selfie of me in Abu Dhabi.
I can see. And what else have you photographed to send to your friends? Some of the famous landmarks of Abu Dhabi, perhaps? Or traditional food? Or some of the local sea life?
Not yet, but I hope I see a dugong. If I do, I will definitely take a picture.
Okay. You have certainly come to the right place for dugongs. A great many of them have found shelter in our waters. But the best thing to take a closer look is to go diving.
Thanks, but diving's not my thing.
Wait a minute. Don't I know you? Fahd.
Yes?
Fahd, I haven't seen you since you were about this high. Don't you remember how you used to beg me to tell you a story every time I came to visit your grandfather? Hamad!
Of course! Hamad, the storyteller!
That was your grandfather's nickname for me. Probably because there is nothing that I like more than telling stories.
I simply remember his story about Wahورية. I had nightmares for weeks. Every single night that terrible monster dragged me under the water. And do you know what he did then? He ate me for supper.
I didn't just tell you scary stories. Don't you remember some of the others? What about all the time I told you about the amazing creatures that live beneath the waves? Do you remember the one about the family of dolphins who traveled from afar to explore the wonders of the Arabian Gulf? Or the story about Ahmed the Hamor, who studied so hard so he could join the school of fish?
Not really.
What about the adventures of Saif, the sea turtle? He hitched a ride on the currents of the Arabian Gulf.
Sorry.
I cannot believe you have forgotten everything. What about the dugongs? Don't you remember the stories about how they were mistaken for mermaids?
That does sound familiar. Is it there one about a fisherman?
Sound familiar. I should hope so. What about you guys? Do you know the tale of the fisherman and the mermaid? No? Then that's your lucky day, because I will tell the story. But first, let me ask you a question. How many of you believe that mermaids exist? Oh, okay. Only few people. Well, let me tell you a story that one day you will pass on to your children. So our traditions and legends will live on.
At least I remember how the stories all start.
Okay, that's great.
This happened, or maybe it did not.
The time is long past and much is forgot. There was once a fisherman named Sultan. He was so poor, he could scarcely support his wife and 3 children. Day after day, week after week, month after month, Sultan threw his net into the waves, and each time his net returned empty. Finally, the day came when Sultan was in despair. How could he feed his family? Oh, fortune! He cried. Send me a sign that I am meant to live by the sea if I cannot go on like this. He vowed. If his net returned empty one more time, he will abandon his life at the sea and tend to the land for sustenance. And so it came to pass that Sultan threw his net into the waves one last time. And this time, fortune smiled upon him. Sultan
what did Sultan do?
What would you do? What would you do, guys? Would you keep her forever?
No.
No. Would you steal her beautiful pearls?
No.
No. Would you let her go?
Yes.
Yes. And that's exactly what Sultan did. The mermaid was so beautiful. She shimmered with all the jewel-like colors of the ocean. From vivid turquoise to the deepest gold of the sand. And her crown of coral was decorated with lustrous pearls. She was a marvel to behold. Sultan had no thought of reward in his heart when he freed her, and yet rewarded her was. To thank him, the mermaid brought him a gift from the deep. A golden shell brimming with perfumed oil. Do you know what that oil did?
What?
It allowed Sultan to breathe underwater.
Sultan was so lucky.
He certainly was. The mermaid opened his eyes to the marvels that lie beneath the waves. She showed him beauty such as he never imagined. Wonders beyond compare, right there in the ocean heart. Sultan could not express his thanks enough. As he waved goodbye, he knew that he would never think of leaving the sea again. For what man could turn his back to such a beauty?
And they lived forever after in happiness and bliss.
They did. In the Arabian Gulf, there are so many wonders waiting to be explored. You will see. How proud my older friend would be to see his grandson go on his first dive. Amazing. So, how was it? I can't see Sultan's mermaid. What about you guys? Do you have a good imagination? I can't hear you guys. Do you have a good imagination? Well, let's give it a try. But once you see her, shout it out as loud as you can. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Close your eyes. And repeat after me. Let's count to 3. And we will see a mermaid as beautiful as can be.